photograph buildings and to see what was possible, what I could do with the camera.
Do you use a lot of like trends from TikTok or for Instagram?
It marks a big change in people's lives.
How did you manage to find new client in real estate?
How do you present yourself, how you live, and how you interact with the world.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous et bienvenue pour un nouvel épisode du podcast. Today we're going to do French and English. On va faire un peu bilingue. I'm going to do my best in English. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Nathan.
My pleasure, dude.
So today it's a bit special. On a un photographe spécialisé en immobilier. Donc je voulais amener ce côté un peu différent. La photographie, c'est très important en immobilier.
Oui.
Thank you so much, Nathan.
Mon plaisir.
Please, tell me about yourself. How did you manage to work in real estate, and maybe first just a bit of your background, maybe?
Sure. So, what's up? My name is Nathan. I'm an architectural real estate photographer. I've been doing this for a good part of a decade now, but professionally about 7 years. Out of CEGEP, I was kind of in the job market looking for what I wanted to do, and I had a few friends or my mother's friends were in real estate, and so they asked me to shoot a few properties, and I decided it was kind of cool. It was kind of nice to photograph buildings and to see what was possible, what I could do with the camera.
Is it so photography? It's your main thing. Is it like your first job? Is it like what you're passionate about it? I mean, like photography. Even if you not do real estate, if you do any type of photography.
Right. So it's definitely a passion of mine. I love cars. So I started taking pictures of cars, like small little model cars that I would build, and I would take pictures of those, and it grew into a passion. So I would take my camera, take pictures of family trips and places that I'd go, take pictures of my friends, and just kind of document life. And that turned into something that could become commercial. So I could take pictures of events, people, places, brands, things. That could be used as visual representation.
And where do you fit real estate in photography now?
Yeah, it's currently my main gig.
Okay.
So I work with a lot of agents in Montreal and les alentours aussi.
Okay.
They'll call me up and they'll say, "Hey, I've got a property in this area." Say, "I've got a property in Westmount. When can you shoot it?" So I'll say, "Yeah, okay, I can shoot it this time." I like to go with the sun. When you've got good sun, it makes a big difference.
So you talked about your clients calling you for new gigs.
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage to find new clients in real estate? It's a big thing. Everyone, if you are in any fields, I mean, you need every time like to find new leads, new client. How do you manage for you to find these new leads?
At the beginning, it was a bit tough, but I got kind of lucky. One of my mom's friends works with a big team, and so she hired me, and then from that, it kind of grew. Getting leads and generating new business. The best way, or the way that I've managed to make it work, is through referrals. So I really believe in like good energy. So if you put good energy out there, it will return. Yeah, my photography is good, and people will, when I go and shoot a house, they'll see it and they'll be, "Okay, I like these photos. Can I hire your photographer?" And so absolutely. And so yeah, it's really good work produces good work.
C'est toujours bouche à oreille.
C'est ça, exactement.
Ça marche beaucoup, voilà, comme tu as dit, référence.
Toujours, ouais.
On s'est d'ailleurs rencontrés grâce à un contact qu'on a en commun.
Oui. Des fois par mon website.
Also on your website?
Oui, des fois, mais la plupart, c'est 90-95% c'est word of mouth.
You
What?
talked about the agency of your mother. Is she also in real estate?
No, my mom's a nurse, but it's her friend. It's her friend that got me into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like coming from another field to real estate,
Oui.
do you have like any funny story that you can tell us about, you know, a photo shoot that you did
Sure.
recently, for example?
Sure. So with real estate, not everything that you see is like $1 million, $2 million Westmount listing. I can walk into the funny thing is you can walk into a listing and you never know what you're going to see, and you never know who you're going to meet. So I remember I was in Mont Saint Bruno and I was shooting this. It was this really beautiful but wacky house right next to the park, and the lady who owned it happened to be the founder of the La Biodome, the Insectarium.
Okay.
So in her basement, she had a huge collection of butterflies, insects, and just like a bunch of cataloged insects just in her basement. So I wasn't expecting that. Walking into a house, you never know what you're going to get. So that day was quite incredible because I got to meet her and I got to see her incredible collection of insects. So we've got like that side of the spectrum, and then the other side of the spectrum is I'll go into an apartment and it's plein de. You got clothes on the bed, you got stuff in the sink, like
As usual, I mean.
yeah, exactly. I mean that's my place on a Saturday. So really, you walk into a place and it'll be any scenario, and that's what's kind of fun. There's always dynamicism about it, and there's always cool people that you meet.
How did you manage to shoot in this type of circumstances? Do you tell your client that you need to come back, or is it did you manage just to move around those things, or did you shoot with it?
Right. I usually go with ça dépend. It depends the level of craziness that's there.
Okay.
Usually, I mean, it's in my client's best interest and their client's best interest, the homeowners, to have their place set up as nicely as possible. If they want to sell it for the best price that they can get, it's in their best interest to make everything look presentable. So I'm there to really show up, photograph what exists, and do that in my best ability. So, but I'll move like Kleenex boxes. I'll move boxes. I moved couches. I moved. I've set up rooms. I've done that. So it's all within the realm of possibility. But yeah, going into a space, it's great when it's ready, cleaned, and just I walk in, and I do my work.
Everything is settled. Everything is clear. You go. You shoot.
Yeah.
You leave.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's best case scenario. I'll move tables and chairs and stuff, and that's to make it extra tight and stuff. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you specifically, what are the current trends right now in real estate photography?
Right.
Do you use a lot of trends from TikTok or for Instagram, or is it different from another field for real estate? I mean.
It's quite different from other fields of photography. One of the big trends right now is like flat images, meaning kind of like straight on.
Okay.
So if I'm taking a photo of say this wall behind me, I'm not going to take it at an angle. I'm going to take it straight on, and balanced. So you have one wall equidistant from the other wall. So that's a big trend. A lot of photographers now are using flash photography. I still like using natural light. I think it's the most accurate to color grade, and it's just really nice to use. It can be challenging sometimes, but the results can be rewarding.
So you'll say that natural light is one of the main thing to do real estate photography. What is the impact of it in modern days for
Right.
real estate?
I think with natural light, you can show what a place looks like in natural light. It keeps it kind of accurate and the lighting honest. When when we've got flash photography, it adds extra light and extra fill, which I'm not entirely a fan of, but it's totally okay. It's to each his own. That's my style. I like using natural light.
How do you adjust your approach based on the property? So you talked about apartments, let's say a house. Is it like your approach? Is it different from another type of property? Let's say an apartment versus a home versus a cottage, or maybe like the size, the square footage of the apartment. How do you adjust your timing?
Right. A lot of it is so on a say a smaller condo or a smaller house. I'll walk in and I'll just start photographing. Yeah, they're a lot of them are quite similar. So you can, once you walk into about 100 of them, you can kind of figure out, okay, bedroom's probably there, bathroom's there, and so I'll just start going and photographing and making use of the context in the space. When it comes to more unique properties and bigger properties, I like to walk through and understand the feel of the place, understand what's going on, how can I shoot this in a way where I see as much as I can in regards to context and what the property looks like, and capture it in a way that is effective. Now, this summer I shot this really beautiful property about 6 hours north from here in Abitibi, and
it's a great place there.
C'est beau là-bas, oui.
Ouais, hein.
C'est calme, beaucoup d'arbres.
C'est beaucoup de tu vas nous raconter, mais la maison que tu as shootée, c'est c'est quelque chose vraiment en plein air, c'est comme un chalet, disons.
Ouais, c'était ça exactement. C'était 4 ou 5 chalets sur un gros terrain avec un rivière juste à côté. Un gros rivière sur le propriété. Donc, when I'm there to shoot those types of properties, understanding and turning it into, because your pictures have to sell the place. They have to represent it and sell the place visually. So with that one was a challenge because inside of the cabins were not too special. Like the place didn't have any electricity. It was all run on gas and some solar, but it was really to capture the outdoor lifestyle of the property. And so the river, the boats that were there, the rustic quality of the place and just the greenery around. So it wasn't like shooting a house on a piece of land. It was shooting lodges on this huge gros terrain. So I had my drone as well. So I went up and shot and scouted and did the work like that. So it really depends on the property.
So let's say you have a beautiful house, like you said, in Abitibi with all the surroundings and everything, versus a luxurious condo in downtown Montreal. What is like the percentage of importance? Like, what is like the most important thing? Is it the inside, the interior, or is it like the exterior? In your opinion, of course.
It really depends where you are. Say if you're in Abitibi, you're selling the land. You're selling you're selling the greenery, the lifestyle, the nature. When you're shooting a condo downtown Montreal, c'est différent. You're both shooting
You're selling more like the square footage than compared to like a house in Abitibi or in every like area outside of the city, let's say.
Oui, absolument. What's interesting with like big luxurious condos is you can get really cool design. So you can also showcase what the owner has put in the place, the floors, the sink, the kitchen, the different details that are in the condo. So it's a shift. It's more of the details of what's in the room, what does the room look like? How's the flow? Where in Abitibi, you're shooting, okay, what's here? What's the nature that's here? C'est quoi la rivière? C'est quoi, what can you do here?
Ouais. On a parlé un peu, voilà, comme tu l'as expliqué, de la proportion, on va dire, de ce qui est le plus important pour une propriété. C'est quoi, selon toi, les photos types qu'un propriétaire a besoin pour vendre sa propriété?
Ouais.
Que ça soit extérieur ou que ça soit intérieur, on retrouve à peu près toujours les mêmes photos, tu sais, sur les listings. Est-ce que toi, tu apportes quelque chose de différent par rapport à ces photos-là?
Toujours d'important d'avoir les photos intérieures. C'est la maison, you're shooting what exists. L'extérieur aussi, très important. When you're coming to normal listing photographs, it does become a bit repetitive. You have your entry shot, your bedroom shots, all this kind of stuff. What I can do differently is what I enjoy is when a house is unique. I can go in there and I'll switch lenses and I'll take detailed shots, and maybe I can put some up. I can send some to you so you can put them up on the thing. Yeah, when a place is nice and different, I can take my time and put some a bit more of an artistic twist.
Do you what are the service you offer then? Is it really like specific on the client you have, or do you offer like drones? Do you offer outside, inside? Do you have like something together? How do you operate?
Right. So I have like basic listing packages. So interior, exterior of your listing, and then that'll send within. I can send same day. Usually the turnaround's 24 to 48 hours.
Okay, so pretty quick.
That's basic. Yeah, basic and quick. Now I can also offer drone photography, drone video, virtual tour, floor plans, video, and kind of like magazine accent shots. So that's kind of that's where the fun stuff comes in. So when I can take my time and make some cool stuff, that's fun. Yeah.
How long are you taking actually to do a photo shoot? Do you take like one per day, or is it like always depending on your schedule? Combien de temps ça te prend d'habitude?
Ça dépend. Donc un petit condo, ça peut me prendre si c'est tout net, if everything's clean, ça peut me prendre 20 minutes.
Okay.
Ouais.
And then you do the adding, everything.
Donc 20 minutes pour le shooter.
On-site.
Exactement, 20 minutes on-site et 30 minutes à 1h30 pour faire le procédé photo. Mais des grosses maisons, ça peut me prendre 1 heure, 2 heures pour shooter. Et ça, c'est juste la photographie. Drone, tour virtuel, ça prend 1 heure aussi. Donc,
okay.
20 minutes à 3 heures, c'est la...
Can you share, for example, like some creative, some creating tips on real estate, like to help, for example, someone who can't contact with or communicate or work with real estate photography? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people, just like take photos on their iPhone, right?
Oui.
To do just like owners or like property managers, not everyone is taking the time to call and to contact a real estate photographer.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the difference between those pictures and the pictures you guys take?
Someone who would kind of take their iPhone and create content like that. I mean, I've done that and I can do that. And a lot of real estate agents do that as well. So I guess the difference would be my work is more, like I said, more visual representation of the listing. And then that type of work or content would be a lifestyle. So when you sell a house and you put it online, usually it goes on this website called Centris.
Yeah.
And then through Centris, you don't really put lifestyle photography on Centris. It's more here's the house. And then so the difference would be for social media, the content around the lifestyle or what goes on with the work that goes on with that house or various properties.
So let's say like, are you using more you always put, like, of course, your picture on Centris, but do you tell like your clients to do more, maybe like real estate promoting on social media, or is it like because everyone is going like on all those platforms like Centris, it's just like if you want to sell your house, it's there, or you can also promote on Instagram or TikTok? Because now we see, like, nowadays there is a lot of real estate agent, they do what you're offering
Absolutely
for promotion, but they have a big like a lot of people seeing their work on social media, so maybe they can find like clients there.
Absolutely. So a big part of it is they'll actually ask me to do that. I won't tell them, hey, it looks like you need to do this. They'll ask me, hey, I've got a shoot coming up. I want to do some lifestyle to promote my business. They'll give me a call, and then we'll go and shoot. We'll kind of make a shoot plan, location, style, vibe, and then we'll go and shoot it.
I wanted to finish with a signature question that I'm gonna ask everyone to answer. It's the last question. It's basically your definition of real estate.
Yeah.
So you are a photographer. What is your personal definition of real estate?
In the way that I'm involved in real estate, it marks a big change in people's lives. Say if you're selling your house, you're moving. C'est un gros changement dans la vie. Donc, to play a part in that is really interesting. It's really cool because I see a lot of different walks of life. So real estate it's life. It's life. It's where you live. It's what you do in your space, who you have over. And it's also a form of expression. Real estate is how you present yourself, how you live, and how you interact with the world.
That's kind of your definition.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nathan.
My pleasure.
Thank you for accepting my invitation.
My pleasure, Adam. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I wanted to thank everyone who gonna see, who gonna comment. If you have any questions, I'm gonna put Nathan, of course, on the socials. If you want to ask him a question, I'm gonna put his infos. Merci beaucoup d'avoir écouté, vu le podcast. On se retrouve très bientôt pour un nouvel épisode, et à bientôt.
Merci beaucoup.